Okay, so we're about to dive into how I schedule my clients, but one of the things I wanted to do is let you know why it's so important to find a simple way to schedule. It might be that you have a very similar experience to what I had in the beginning of my business, where I was writing down information on whatever I had, whether it was a notepad or a book or what I used for invoicing at the time, and I would write it down, and that would be what I would use to schedule my clients. The other thing is, this is also how I build my clients in the beginning, and I'm going to go ahead and show you that because we're getting into that in the next video. But it also worked as my schedule, so I would have to keep 2, 3, sometimes more of these in my truck because I did bi-weekly lawns at that time, and I would have to flip back and what date did I do them, and I would, it wasn't a set date, it was, they wanted it every 14 days. So if we had a weather delay, that might be on a Tuesday, and then all of a sudden it's a Thursday. So it's very crazy. It causes chaos in your scheduling. So you really want to look for the simplest way to make your business efficient. And it's not just how do you make mowing efficient so that you can be quick on your service. It's how do you make everything on the back end efficient. So that starts with the initial phone call and then how you actually get to that job every week. So scheduling is such a key critical part in that I think a lot of people overlook. So it's very simple to set up a schedule and keep it to where it's something that is consistent in your business. And consistency, okay, consistency cures cash flow. It cures all the problems in your business. The more you treat it with extreme discipline and structure, the better your business is going to be. Alright, so let's go ahead and dive into this because I personally feel that scheduling is very, very critical to the survival of your business, and I know that just by getting my scheduling down really, really helped my business out. So this CRM that I talk about in here, this was where I started using it first, was my scheduling. I saw the benefits from it there, and then I started using it for everything else, billing and just, everything that I use it for now. I don't use it to its fullest potential, but I'm trying to get a little more every year, and I feel like it pays me to use it, to be honest with you. Let's go ahead and dive into this. Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to go about scheduling, how I would schedule a client once I have them in my software, because that's normally something I'm either going to do on the phone or I'm going to do that night when I get home, and I'm going to position them on the schedule to where they're best fit. So yeah, so in all honesty, if I can when I'm on the phone, I like to schedule them right away. I am logged into the guest users on Yardbook. This is the software I use. I'm not saying this is the best software, it's just what I use. So Jenny Two-Tone, alright, it's got her address, email, phone number, all that in there. Pay terms, normally my pay terms would not be net 30, it's due upon receipt, and I bill upon completion of service. But before I get into that, let's go ahead and schedule this out, because I'm going to talk about invoicing in the next video. So we're going to schedule this out. What I did there, so go back so I can show you, is I'm going to hit new jobs. You can schedule a task. Say you need to make a phone call, or you need to talk to them about something, or you need to take care of something small and petty. It's not an actual billable job. I like to put those as tasks. So call list for the day, whatever it might be, I'll put that in there. And then jobs. So in the jobs description, we're going to do lawn service, and it probably doesn't show up in here. I think they do grass mowing. Bad on their part. Grass mowing is unprofessional. So lawn service. All right, so it's not there. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go and we're going to create a job. So products and services down here, we're going to click here. To view your catalog, we want to create a new one. Okay, so we're going to add one. So I don't like grass cutting, it just doesn't sound right. Lawn service is much better. And I'm going to take that.
It's a service. Okay, you can do different categories. You can put prices in. So if you're going to do, say, a landscaping install or something like that, and that's something you do quite a bit, or for me, I also use this for my painting business. I'll go in and I'll add a new service and whatever that might be, and then our price per unit or units of measurement you can put in here beside it, so you can put your price. And you know, if you don't have a measurement unit, say it's just something you do for $100, you can just put $100 in there. You don't have to have a unit price on there. Okay, you can add a description on there. I believe the description is just what you see. I don't think the client sees that. I'm not sure. I would rather the client see what the description of the service is. So now we want to go to close this window out. We've got our person in here. Now we can give Jenny lawn service, and we're going to set this to reoccurring. You can go weekly, Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You can do it every 2 weeks on those, or a custom schedule if you're going to do a 10-day schedule. For me, I go weekly, so let's just say she's weekly on Thursdays is what we had before. We're going to put the starting date in there as the 6th. Start time, I don't mess with times. I run what I would call tech times, okay? So Cox Cable, when they come to your house, you have a window, okay? So I'm pretty consistent about when I show up to their property, but I'm not going to tell them down to a 30-minute window or an hour window or even a 2-hour window, because if something breaks or a tire goes flat or whatever it might be, I don't need a bunch of phone calls while I am trying to get things caught up. Just know I'm going to be there that day. If I say I'm going to be there that day, I'm going to be there that day, or you are going to get a phone call or a text message, whatever. I do text messages through Yardbook. I'll show that as well. Now, if you want to, you can send a text or an email to confirm when you're going to be there for the reoccurring job. You can go in and delete the reoccurring jobs from the screen as well on the clients, and then it'll tell you all the reoccurring jobs you have in the future with them. So we know that all the way from April 6th to April 2nd. Now that doesn't mean that's the last one. It only just shows so many at a time. That'll go on, and your clients will be set to a reoccurring schedule to whatever day that was until you change it. So, okay, go ahead and save it from there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the jobs menu. From here you can see the schedule. And this would be first day, week, or month. I like to look at it in calendar view. The reason why I look at it in calendar view is if I want to move something, say Jenny, I have to move her over to Friday, I can just click and drag. And it's only going to click and drag that one. So if you want to move her permanently to Fridays, you need to go into her account and actually adjust it. So you have to go in there and do it that way. But you can click and drag and say, we're going to move. We got backed up, so we're going to back up Wednesday on a Thursday. We could put all of Wednesday on a Thursday. Now from here, what I would do is I'm going to go to the day, and I'm going to go to list view. Every day before I go out, this is what I do. I go to the day and I go to list view, and I actually print a physical copy. It's going to show up like this. It'll have a spot to mark start and stop times. It'll have clock in for the day, clock out, lunchtime, all that stuff that you can put on there. But I actually print that off. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and print it real quick. And this is what I would do before I go out for the day. A lot of the times I wake up early and I'll do some stuff in the office. Sometimes I print it ahead of time, but normally I'm in here pretty early in the morning during the season. And, I like to wake up about an hour and a half before I have to go out. That's really up to everybody else in their own way they do scheduling. But for me, I seem to like working that way. I'm able to get up, go through my morning routine, wake myself up a little bit, and then head out. It used to be I could just wake up and run. Alright, from here, as you can see, now I have a physical copy of my list, and I can go through, and as I am working through the day, and I finish a job, I'll just put a check mark beside it. Okay? If you want to keep track of your times, you can keep track of your times. Most of the time, I'm just putting a check mark beside the lawn, and I go, okay, that one's done, that one's done, that one's done. And then I turn this into my wife at the end of the night, and she bills all the clients at the end of the night. So I hope this video helped you with scheduling. That's how I go about doing it. Now, what I'm going to do is show you in the next video how we go about billing our clients and you know, through the invoicing process and how we get that money in, because quick cash flow is incredibly important with your business. If you use Yardbook and you want to know more about it, or if you don't use it and you want to know more about it, there is a really great Facebook group. It's got 1,000 members in it, so 1,000 other people using Yardbook. It's called Yardbook Users. It's on Facebook. It's an awesome forum. So hope you guys have a good one. I'll catch you in the next one.